My name is 1111, so that's my artist name. So a lot of people ask me that, but I think one reason is that it's minimal. I like minimalism, so 1111, so easy to write. But then there's some deeper meaning behind that. Like I always see 1111 in the phone. I'm sure a lot of people are aware of that, you know, number 1111. It kind of ties up with my spirituality in a sense. So for me, I view it as a reminder of my alignment to myself. So alignment in my inner being, as a spiritual being, as a human being. Well, Mary is the name that my parents gave me, right? Palag is also a name that I inherited from my father. But what is the name that you want to give yourself? See, so maybe this is an acknowledgement of who I really am inside. I remembered, I guess in kinder, you know, you had those thing or activities in kinder where you have to draw. So then we had a neighbor who is a painter. So he had like summer art classes before. So that's the first formal training, I guess, that I had. So when I was a kid. And then my father also used to draw. And then I was always inspired by his skill. I mean, he's not that good, but when I was a kid, he was so good. Like my love for art solidified step by step. So, I mean, it might not be what I initially liked to do, or I don't know, maybe it's one of it. But then when I was in high school, like or even in elementary, I was like watching a lot of animes, you know, cartoons. So that really helped me in my dreams. Like I wanted to be an animator before, you know, like I wanted to draw cartoons and stuff. And then I knew about comics, manga in Japanese. So I wanted to be a mangaka or a comic book artist. So yeah, those are my inspiration. I think when you grow old and as influences come to you, you get to pick and choose what you want to do in your life. One day, or one night, I have a plant in my room, and then I saw it in the corner, and then it has a pretty shadow casted on the wall. And then I'm like, wow, that's so pretty. And then I got a paper, and then I traced the shadow of the plant. And then from there, I just followed my instinct or my inspiration on what I can do. And then, as you can see, there are lines. I tried. Yeah, this is the kind of art that I did initially when I became 1111. I was doing line works of objects. Like I would look at an object and then draw it with my hands, like not looking at the paper. So it's a training ground for me to not judge the output of what I'm doing. Or as an artist, light is very important to us kasi light enables us to see. So as a portrait artist, yeah, I can see the importance of light, but then the light also casts shadows, and there's also beauty in shadows, like how it looks like abstract, or you know, there's this beauty that I want to capture in shadows. That's why I captured the shadows of my plants. Ayun, so it symbolizes na things are tangible, like because we cast shadows, it means like we matter, you know, we're tangible. And the golden line symbolizes the ethereal quality of the beings, like that's the soul. My influences in my art is nature. Yeah, I love nature so much. I mean, nature just makes me feel alive, you know, it makes me happy. So I want to incorporate that in my art as much as possible. I wrote that in the exhibition note na it's of 3 layers. So actually that write-up itself just came to me like a day after the show. But then I had this idea, and then I just thought of the meaning afterwards. You know that? I mean, some people will like do it the other way, like they have the idea and then the works. But with me, the works came in first before the idea behind it, which is I'm kind of thankful for, because it all melted together. All right, before doing shadow work, I was doing portrait work. So yeah, I would do drawings of people that I like, I'm inspired to, and then I like that. But then I got this resistance or frustration of always, I mean, you have to always be perfect with your lines. It has to always look like the thing that you're drawing. And then I got to thinking, like, is this real art? Well, it is art. If you're mimicking the real thing, yeah, you can say it's art. But then there's also an art that resides in, you know, inside of your head. And that is what I want to show. I'm always kind of jealous maybe of my friends who can do automatism, or like they can just draw and doodle, because I mean, for me, that's their divinity, like that's their inspiration flowing through their hands.